Alrighty, there we go. I'll quickly use my remote here to adjust the lighting in my room. Yeah, we're gonna be jumping into Elden Ring. I was kind of debating if I wanted to play something else, but honestly, we can just chip away at get a couple remembrance bosses dealt with. Like, despite probably only streaming for 2-ish hours, we're gonna make good progress anyway. Regardless. Close this. Exit Vanguard. Yes, good. All right. Launch the Elden Ring Seamless Co-op mod. And let's get to it. Elden Ring, there we go. Should be good now. Good. And yeah, I've switched where the music is, so it should be in an area that doesn't affect things too much. So we're looking to make some good headway. We can get rid of... I can basically get everything done in the capital today, honestly. Like, we're at plus 13, I believe. I'll quickly open up Map Genie here. We want Smithing Stone 5. Smithing Stone 5, yeah. I mean, we'll get some in Raya Lucaria. And then there is also a Falling Star Beast I might kill as well. So, yeah. Right, we're at plus 13? Yeah, plus 13. Perfect. Alright, cool. So, yeah, I mean, I got a lot of basic stuff set up. Got the Divine Tower, Altus Gate here. I might just go straight for the Falling Star Beast, honestly. Grab the map quickly, get some more upgrade materials, and then, yeah, we'll just jump right into that. So for Falling Star Beast, I'm probably going to swap away from Charged R2s. We're going to instead just do good old-fashioned Lion's Claw spam just to get big staggers. Because it does insane posture damage, and that's my bigger concern with this enemy. It's either Giant's Hunt or Lion's Claw. I think Lion's Claw, though. There we go. But first, we'll grab a Golden Seed and the map on the way. Just because I'm never really going to bother grabbing these any other time. We do have some talismans we need to go get today. I'm going to be looking to get the Dagger Talisman, as well as the Spear Talisman, which thankfully are both fairly straightforward to go grab. One's in a cave, which on a casual playthrough I would normally do anyway, but because we're not using somber weapons, I don't need to do it. But we're still going to do the cave anyway. Just to get the Spear Talisman for the Charge R2 counter hit damage. For once we get access to a third talisman slot. And then the Dagger Talisman is because I'm probably going to be parrying Radon to death in the DLC. So, just to increase our damage output. We don't really need this. We can put on Star Scourge Heirloom. And do one more. Boop. And one last one. Boop. Just need to outspace this guy a little bit here. Honestly, I should probably go activate the Gotcha Great Rune. Bonk. There's the knockdown. We'll just make our way over here. There we go. Refill stamina. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Get the Charger 2 off. Oh, are you kidding me? Really? It just barely whiffed. There should be a stagger on the next, like, big R2 I get. Yeah. Are you kidding me? The positioning was slightly off because I was at the edge of the roll rather than right at the landing point. Damn, that was almost clean as hell. But at least there's a Stick America right by this, so I don't mind too much. I think this guy drops smithing 6s, not smithing 5s, but we do need smithing 6s anyway for later. Maybe I do just do Charger 2 Talisman, honestly. Like, it is actually it's a 20 damage loss. Yeah, like strength matters so much because we're at heavy right now. I think maybe we go without Golden Vow and we just deal. Because it's going to run out anyway, and I'd rather get the extra Lion's Claw casts. Because it's like 2 extra uses of Lion's Claw for staggers. I forget how... I always hate how delayed that attack is. Yeah, like that's the one issue. That move is like such air time that's like annoying to time the dodge on. That's part of why I died that first time, is because based on positioning, the dodge timing also changes a lot. It's just a really awkward attack, animation-wise. Has insane build-up, and then he just kind of shoots down really fast. Really? I was on the tip of the, Oh. There we go. Get one more Lion's Claw, that's a stagger. Boom. Whew. That enemy, oh my god, the one straight enemy, really? Damn. We're really not in it right now, Chief, huh? That's crazy. Yeah, I'm still at a point with low HP, so shouldn't be surprised by this. Yeah, I should definitely curve it more towards the back so we don't deal with that one stray enemy. Let this fellow charger over here. Wow, it really has no turning arc, huh? It just back and forths. I never actually realized just how bad it was with this guy. That's a grab. Bonk. I got stuck on a tree, just like I was playing Sekiro. And I forgot that as a tail swipe. Oh. You know what? I want to make real progress, so we'll come back to this guy later anyway. It's smithing 6s he drops, I'm fairly certain. Yeah. I want to do something a little bit more enjoyable than fighting a billion falling star beasts. Okay. So, we need to go to Lakeside Cave. Lakeside Cave is... it's like around here. I always forget the exact point where the cave is accessible, but it's around here. Yeah, Spear Talisman, cave entrance. Okay. Hello, Glacial. How's it going? I believe it's about right here. I mean, I guess it is technically morning. 2:30 is in the morning for all intents and purposes. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to hang out. Like, I just, I'm technically not needed for anything until, like, noon tomorrow. So, I just wanted to do some more gaming. And also, this stream was originally meant to start, like, 4 hours ago. That was the original plan. But, I got sidetracked watching GDQ and stuff. Archive Spear Talisman is at the top here, right? The chest is like somewhere around here. Past these guys. Oh my god. Yeah, this is the chest that that's the chest that has the talisman I need. Perfect. There's Spear Talisman, perfect. I mean, Night Rain's totally fine to play as well, right? Like, play what you enjoy. Like, I don't know if maybe base Elden Ring itself to you just isn't as appealing if you're not into Souls-likes or something, but I mean, 'tis what 'tis. Honestly, we can just pop this. I really don't need to bother running backwards. Okay. Off we go to... let's probably do Raya Lucaria, honestly. It's a lot of resources I can get there and extra levels. Oh, you just weren't playing because you're playing that stuff? Yeah, that's fair, honestly. Like, first playthroughs of Souls games are always pretty big time commitments, so that's totally fair. Like, my sister's never finished a Souls game because she always gets sidetracked at some point when playing them, so... I mean, I've experience with, people not necessarily really getting too far in these games before something else comes up, right? I just rock Assassin's Gambit here. There's a skip I need to learn for Raya Lucaria. It's possible to get into the courtyard without opening these doors here. You can like jump across the railings over there, but it's a bit precise. Oh, it actually did cue it. The animation just didn't open the door. That's funny. But it's a bit precise, and I'm not the best when it comes to being when it comes to insanely precise platforming in these games. Like, there's some skips I've learned how to do, but most still evade me. He whiffed. Are you kidding me? He whiffed twice. Damn, homie whiffed twice. That's tragic. I don't want to do the whole run around. I'd rather just set up the skip again. We fell off the cliff. Are you kidding me? Wait, did all of them fall off the cliff? Oh, brother. There's a cave I can access to get back at least, but damn, that's silly. There we are. Yeah, I'll probably stick to Lion's Claw for this boss, just because setting up there's like one safe, consistent setup for Charged R2s on the Red Wolf of Radigan, but I can see a couple different openings where I could fit in Lion's Claws for staggers. Like, regardless, I honestly, realistically, with this setup, I would need like 2 Charged R2s to kill, but eh. Oh, 1 Charged R2 with the full setup would have killed, actually. Huh. Crazy. Anyway, well, that's Red Wolf. I keep forgetting how squishy this boss is. I keep thinking he has, like, a tiny bit more health, at least. Oh no, dude dies to, like, most setups. Yeah, that's Red Wolf. Oh yeah, right. Red Wolf can show up as an overworld boss. Yeah, Red Wolf has like no HP. Specifically, the boss version of this one has no HP. There's another one that you can fight as a boss that can actually take a hit, but the one like air quotes mandatory one is like it perishes so fast. Does good damage, but yeah, it doesn't stand a chance if you have like even remotely done any sort of build setup. Yeah, because Red Wolf and Night Rain's it can just show up in like the lake, right? It's honestly been a while since I played Night Rain, so I'm trying to remember where everything is in that game. Damn, I forget that Moongrim is actually just an R1 spammer. The dude's a real Dark Souls 3 player. I don't even know why I bothered fighting him. You can just run past Moongrim. Yeah, this time we'll just run past Moongrim. It should just be a simple popping of Assassin's Gambit, throw a Kukri to the wall slightly to the left behind him, and then just run, and we'll get the elevator for free. He actually backed off a little bit too far here. Oh, there we go. He's gonna probably run into the hole, into the abyss now. He usually likes to. Yeah, there we go. I probably should have swapped over to my other Ash of War. Whatever. We can pay. Actually, no. Let's do this properly. Let's do this properly. I'm switching to a different Ash of War because I want to do a very funny thing to this boss. Yeah, the NPC AI in this game is very impressive. Top of the line, honestly. Really, I can't heavy. I have to standard infuse? That's fine. Okay. We're gonna do Giant Sun shenanigans. Really, it can't do heavy off of Giant's Hunt. I wonder which whetstone you need in order to be able to do that. I'm gonna really just keep my talisman set up the same. The only time I'm gonna need charged R2s is just for the, just for phase 1. Phase 2 is gonna be very good cheese. Because I should be able to loop the boss. Are you kidding me? Really? The elevator went down so fast. What the hell? That went down faster than normal. What the fuck was that? Okay. That was tragic. Because classic practice for Souls games is always just send the elevator back when you're done, but that one just didn't want to cooperate. Actually, wait a second. This is a Smithing Stone 5, right? Or no, what's at the end of the bridge is a Smithing Stone 5, isn't it? This is a set of throwing knives, I believe. Crystal darts. Very close. What's at the end here is a Smithing Stone 5. So, yeah, we're just using Zweihander, that's it. It was, so for New Year's, I basically marathon streamed Dark Souls 1 through 3 with Zweihander only. I didn't actually end up getting to finish Dark Souls 3. I got like halfway through. Although, because of how late my sister came to brunch, I probably could have finished it in time, but whatever. And then Elden Ring was always planned as the extra game, but after talking a bit, I forget who I asked. It might have been Nuwanda. We decided to make this into a all remembrances run for Elden Ring, so I'm taking it a lot more casually now. Just because the Zweihander's like an iconic weapon that's in like every Souls game. And it has a legacy as the base cannon in Dark Souls 1 for the old Giant Dad meme build. But I mean, Zweihander does a lot in this game. Like, it's used for like one-shot setups. So I don't have any issue using this weapon. Damn, we can't one cycle. I probably could if I'd gotten more upgrades, but I just gotta find where's the next one? They're probably behind the there they are behind the bookshelves. And last one is right there. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, phase 2 time. So, the whole reason why I swapped over to Giant Hunt is for this. Really, she jumped back too fast. Okay, I needed to do that faster then. She hyper armors it. I know that it is possible to clean looper because I've seen people do it before. I guess it just takes very precise timing then. I'm actually in shock that that guy survived that somehow. Oathsworn Dragon? Yeah. Damn, she juked me again. Crazy. Dragon's about to do a stomp, though. She is going for, like, all the hyper armor. Holy schmoly. Whatever. I guess I need to be more precise with the timing. But that will be important to note because there are other enemies and mini bosses that can work on. Oh yeah, the Bloodhound Knight? Yeah. Oh god, the Bloodhound's Fang is like such a stupidly strong weapon. I'd argue it's probably general purpose, like one of the best weapons in base game. It's just super solid. Does insane damage, has crazy good scaling. For whatever reason, it's buffable despite being a somber weapon. Like that weapon was like built for speedrunning. It's insane. Let's go pick up a quick upgrade for the build, actually, because I did grab this. I'm gonna get Godric's Great Rune, just so that way damage output's better, FP will be better. Yeah. And then I should now have capital access, so I might go quickly do capital. I'm kind of like 50-50 on if I want to do Radon first or capital first. Radon will probably be Lion's Claw spam, I think. It's either Lion's Claw spam or I just get Royal Knight's Resolve and do Charge R2s. But I think Lion's Claw is better in that instance, just because I might be able to defeat him before he gets into phase 2 by just staggering him and getting the riposte off. It's hard to say. Not gonna bother grabbing the helmet that's all the way down at the bottom where the teleporter is. Even though it is technically usable. Like, eh. Like, the effect on it is good, but I don't need it. Yeah, Bloodhound Step is absolutely busted. Like, I mean, it's so good they had to nerf. It was like one of the first ashes of where they got nerfed. Like, I think the first one to get nerfed was, what? It was Hoarfrost Stomp, I think. Because the Runfrost Axe was broken on launch. And then Bloodhound's Fang was, I think, was like the second Ash of War to get nerfed. Because it had way too many iframes if you could chain it when you chained it. What weapons can it show up in on Night Rain? I know it can show up on claws, right? And then I guess what, it can show up on curved swords, I'm gonna assume? Oh, it's on some katanas? Damn. Yeah, that works. There we go, got Godric's Great Rune, perfect. Yeah, let's do capital. Only gone on executors, not sure otherwise. Okay. Yeah. Pop in our Great Rune. Actually, no, you know what? I want to get a specific Ash of War because I want to cheese a boss while we're doing this. So let's go take care of a different area and its mini boss, because I need to do this anyway for all remembrances regardless. So might as well just do this now. Oh, have you played Night Rain since the DLC came out? Oh, okay. That is the wrong weapon equipped. I need my rapier for Assassin's Gambit. There we go. Yeah, I was just curious if you'd tried out what is it, Pugilist and Scholar yet? The two new characters. Because I've heard absolutely ludicrous stuff about Scholar, since apparently he has, like, absolutely cracked arcane scaling. Only recently started playing, so not really far in. Oh, that's fair. Have you been playing solo or in co-op? With some friends? Alright, alright. Yeah, I've, with Night Rain, I've basically exclusively been playing solo, because I despise playing with randos, and, finding friends to play with has been a challenge, alright. Some have been ghosting, others, like Paper Bag, it's like, yeah, when they add duos, because we don't have a trio, a third person, but then we wound up not doing it yet, because I'm not sure if his setup right now can stably handle it. Hey, Nwanda. That's because we're in between combat sections. This is Elden Ring, so I have, like, every equip slot full of utility items, because that's Elden Ring in a nutshell. Don't worry, we'll be doing... I forgot to swap my Ash of War again. Whatever. We'll use Giant's Hunt on Loretta. It doesn't matter. She's probably gonna die very fast. When we get to Loretta proper in the Halig tree, and when I make my way over to Melania, then we can run a more proper setup for her. Honestly, Charged R2 is probably the way to go there, but we'll see when we get there. No, not just in time for Melania. Melania is going to be a hot minute. This should be a stagger right here. There we go. Yeah. Melania will be fun, though. I am very practiced at her, so... expect that fight to get pretty silly. Damn, Giant's Hunt staggers Loretta, like, crazy well. Yeah, we were talking about Night Rain earlier. I mean... no, Night Rain's basically a roguelite that uses Elden Ring as a base. Because you take your birds and you go in with your buddies. Because the game does kind of operate under, like, the Battle Royale idea of a shrinking arena. But it is very fundamentally different from something like Fortnite. The way to view the like shrinking arena and Elden Ring compared to other roguelites would be like probably it's like a harsher version of Risk of Rain 2's like scaling timer for how fast you need to complete the run. Should be a should be a stagger on this next hit, if assuming it lands. No. Well, if I hit the head here, that should be all the damage we need to do. Yeah, and then the dragon will run away. Yeah, like Night Rain's a pretty cool game, honestly, especially as they continue to patch it. It's a very good, like, bite-sized Souls experience, although it is very fast-paced. A little bit too fast-paced at times, honestly. Solo is, like... It's kind of a problem to play solo, I'm not gonna lie. The amount of experience you need with map knowledge is pretty ridiculous to get a run going solo.
Thou must have, though I haven't. Entreat, wilt thou? I am the way I might wonder. Well, thou art, but I require.
The enemies are scaled differently, yeah. They are a lot weaker if you're playing solo. They stagger a lot easier too. So, like, solo is actually pretty easy once you've developed enough experience. It's just the map knowledge to be able to get a run going is very high. Since, you know, you will kind of can only do things... It's a lot more punishing if you die, basically. So, it can be a bit rough.
I don't know what since I asked. If it were up...
Like, I've gotten to level 13 or 14 solo, but that was like once. I usually if I beat a run solo, I'm at like level probably, I want to say like 12. It is like most roguelites, but the big thing is like, because Night Rain is very timer based, it's very demoralizing to have a solo run go so well and then just, oh, you got screwed over by like 2 mini bosses overlapping locations, and then you die, and when you die in Night Rain and no one reses you because you're playing solo, you lose levels. You go back a level. You can get the level back if you defeat the enemy that you lost your level to, but if it's a boss you're not prepped to fight and they're in a shitty encounter, you just have to accept the L, because if you die like another even just one extra time, you probably have lost way too much time and are just going to be behind the rest of the run. It's really rough in Night Rain. It's not actually that much RNG. People have figured out that base Night Rain, pre-DLC, I mean, the DLC stuff is still, I think, hasn't really changed things too much. There's actually a very small amount of seeds for random world generation. So if you are crazy and decide to really learn the game in and out, it is completely predictable outside of specifically what weapon drops you get and what gear drop you find. But it is very harsh. Yeah, like the new Shifting Earth stuff looks really cool. Because it is like a new map. Like, it is like actually a new map. Which they really need to add more of, because the fact that the base game had like basically 2 maps, and then the Shifting Earth events change like a quarter of the map whenever they happen is like, I don't know, it's just not that interesting. If they could make it so multiple Shifting Earths are active, I think that would do a lot for the game's, I think that would do a lot for the game's like replayability. Oh, hey, Emily. There we go. Grab carry retaliation. Yeah, it's when the pest spawns on the map, right? It can steal your levels. The moth. Yeah, I haven't had that event happen to me yet, because I've only sunk in so much time playing it solo. Yeah, I really am taking all the people who can't sleep, huh? Yeah, no, the main out of the bosses that have come to mess with me, the main one I've dealt with has been the goat, where he puts a curse on you and then you need to pay him like 5 quintillion rune bucks to deal with the curse. Or fight him, which it's never worth fighting him. In a group, fighting him is probably fine, but solo, oh my god, he one-shots you so easily. Oh yeah, yeah, I've had Augur. I've done Augur once, and thankfully, I think it was when I was playing Wilder, and like by that point I had already had the customization where like my ultimate leaves a fire trail on the ground, and I managed to stagger into the fire trail, so it was pretty free, thankfully. Okay, I'm gonna just swap which hand the Zweihander's in because I need to hit an enemy a single time for this setup. I'm gonna try to cheese a boss. Where are we sitting on an equip load? Okay, we're fine on equip load. I will say this is kind of my main issue with Elden Ring, is once you know where you want to go, man, is the game kind of slow. Because it's just a lot of running from point A to point B. I'm actually not sure if I'll be able to pull off this cheese I want to do, just because the Zweihander attacks pretty slow, and I'm not sure if the boss will recover from their parry stagger in time. Because they're not repostable, I'm just going to be hitting them. Is the music not coming through? Oh yeah, my music isn't working. Oh, shoot. Oh my god. Thank you for pointing that out, Emily. Yeah, it really is the issue with most open world games. It's part of why I've been in burnout with them for like multiple years at this point. Let me quickly go try to fix this. Weird, why is Fubar not being picked up? 1 second. Advanced audio properties, close. There we go. Now it should be working. Weird. Very weird. Wait. Sorry, Nuon. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like looking in the corner of my eye when I see this. But on I have chat on my other monitor. It's usually just Emily's like really good at pointing that stuff out. So like I don't even. It just like it was like an automatic response. Okay, do we cheese the boss, or do I just kill him normally? Fight him normally? Alright. I forgot to swap off Giant's Hunt, but it's fine. We're gonna bully him a bit. In that case, we switch which hand Zweihander's into this one. Alright. Yeah, it's Draconic Tree Sentinel. I don't have any rune arcs, do I? I just realized. Oh, I have 3. Never mind. We can pop 1 for this. There's another Horse Dagger. We're just gonna bully DTS a little bit. Alright, cool boss fight. What can I say? The Zweihander does good damage. On that one bridge? Are you talking about the bridge in Farum Azula? Because, yeah, there's, you fight DTS. The one mandatory DTS, it's air quotes mandatory. There's an alternate way into the capital. And then towards the end of the game, outside of one of the final bosses, there's a second Draconic Tree Sentinel you can fight. But those are the only two Draconic Tree Sentinels in the game. Alright, there we go. We hit 15 Faith, which is actually pretty OP. Oh, like people trying to sneak past it and then it just smacks them in the head? Yeah. Then that's probably the one that's all the way in Farum Azula. That one's not gonna be an issue because Assassin's Gambit will make it so it can't see me, but oh, I like fighting him too. He's a really well done fight. I've just fought Draconic Tree Sentinel so many times because that is the one mandatory Tree Sentinel. Since it's almost never worth going the other way into the capital. Oh, well, that's fun. Okay, wait, Emily, have you described that supernatural sailfish to Mesa? Because I'm willing to bet she probably says, oh my god, it's like Killua from Hunter x Hunter. How many times have I played through Elden Ring? Is that exactly what she said? I have played through Elden Ring, so I have 200 something hours on PS4, and then oh, I see, you just sent it to her. We will see then. And then on PC I think I have like 60 something hours now, but the average playthrough for me takes typically 10 to 16 hours if it's casually all remembrances. And then my first playthrough was 88 hours. So remove 88 from, like, let's say a cumulative 240. Yeah, I've probably gotten like a good 16-ish playthroughs through the game. And I've also speedrun it a little bit too, which that's extra time. I mean, I have 300 something hours in every single Souls game. Except for the original Demon's Souls. I've only played through Demon's Souls a handful of times. And Bloodborne I've also only done a handful of times, but my total hour count in Bloodborne is still well over 100. So I'm so sad about the fact that they changed one of the skips. I could still try. I need to try to learn the new skip. There's a new skip you can do. It's not new, it's old at this point. But you have to, like, do a punch to land on the railing here, I believe. And then you can do a second punch setup to basically make it down onto that rooftop there. It used to be that there was a different way to do it, but the old way has since been patched out, so one day I'll have to learn it, because running through the city is annoying. Like, the Souls games are some of my most played games. Like, if you look at my Steam hours for games, it's number one is Borderlands 2, where I have over 1,000 hours. And then it's like Dark Souls, I think 213, each sitting at 300 something hours, which doesn't take into account offline hours, which probably adds an extra like maybe 50 to each. Because the laptop I was using back in like late high school, early university was kind of doo-doo, and I tend to play offline a lot for that. Honestly, yeah, like if League tracked my hour count, because I played League a lot for seasons 3 through 5. That was when I was most active playing League, because that's basically when my friends in high school were all playing it. It's probably or somewhere in, I'm probably around 1,000 hours in League 2 for like the 3 years I actively played it. Like, I've had several points where I've wanted to get back into League, but it's just never been, like, getting a group of friends together to play has never been, like, too feasible. It's been, like, maybe 1 or 2 games here and there, and that's it. And then, yeah, that's all it ever amounts to. And then, I haven't touched League since they implemented, Vanguard. But I do have it installed on my PC right now just because I have been playing a bit of 2XKO. So, yeah. Shoot. I've been trying to program the ad timer thing to have a proper warning. And like StreamerBot is just I'm missing where I can set it up properly because I keep thinking I've set it up and I haven't. I thought they fixed the issue of towers being too fragile with the idea of, like, plating. Like, I haven't played since plating was implemented, so, like, I can't really comment on it, but, well, from what I understood, that was the intention of it. Yeah, the ads are, like, the one thing that's, like, kind of annoying. Yeah, I'll wait outside the boss room here. Yeah. Actually, let me double check something on my channel. I don't have my notification. There we go, we back. Oh yeah, sure. I'll check it out after stream. Season 16 hours of paper because durability changes plus free demolish. Yeah, because the armor plating thing, right? Where like after you wait long enough, you get a huge chunk. And then, because I remember they introduced that because they wanted to make towers like more durable, right? By forcing it to, by kind of making it so you can like break them at specific windows. I haven't played since they implemented it, but I have seen it in action, because I've occasionally watched a bit of pro play. And, like, I know, like, the funny stuff people do with, like, Dead Man's Plate, and, cheat. Really? He's not going for the... Okay. I was waiting for to do a specific move there, but okay. Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, he put himself against the wall. I was supposed to walk to the left, but that wasn't feasible. Man, removing 3/4 HP, that's crazy. What happened to the good old days of AP Xin Zhao sitting underneath the tower for like 2 minutes straight and just out healing the damage it deals? Come on. Shaking my goddamn head. Oh, I would love to see if split pushing was back in the meta, because I was always a fan of playing lane bullies whenever I played top. Like, I got plenty of people to rage very hard with my Renekton. Alright, now we come to the fun divergent point in the run here, where I need to figure out if I want to start goofing around with counterattacks in the charged R2s or not. I think for now we probably don't. Yeah, back when I played, I was a jungle main, and then support was my secondary, and then my tertiary role was top. That was kind of the consistent rotation I'd operate for roles. I mean, there's different styles of jungling, because, like, you can become just a pure farm bot in jungle. Ah, but Emily, I've already done shield-only all Remembrance bosses. That is done. That said, I haven't streamed myself doing that, so you're right, we should do that. But I have done it just for funsies. Yes, I have a weird definition of what fun is. Parry only 0 dodging. So you're saying you want me to do all bosses? All 217 of them? I think it's 217. Alright, for that, I actually need to install a mod. There's a mod I've been looking at, which is a boss tracker. Because I have been thinking about doing a region lock run, where I do every single boss, but I have to do them in each region before I move on to the next one. Because that way I can't be super broken like I am now, where I'm rocking a plus 13 weapon when... I mean, actually, by this point in the game, you're supposed to have around plus 13, or plus 12, plus 13, but yeah. But, like, we could do that. Like, honestly, it wouldn't even be that bad, because the DLC added specialty shields. Like, it added combat-focused shields called Duelist Shields. And both of them are insanely strong. Like, straight up, the way I beat the final boss of the DLC the first, like, 2 times I did it, was using one of the Duelist Shields and doing a guard counter build. It's actually insane how good that shield is. So, now the question is, do we want to charge R2 for Morgott or Lion's Claw? I'm thinking Lion's Claw. Yeah. She just wasn't fast enough, what can I say? Different weapon for each boss? Okay, I would be fine with doing that if I was also allowed to, instead of having a weapon for some bosses, I was only allowed to use, like, a single spell. Because that would be a lot easier to route out. And I could do that. Honestly, I could make an all bosses run where I do that. That's feasible. Yeah, I could definitely route that out. That is totally reasonable. Yeah, basically it'd be a weapon slash spell nuzlocke. We could get funky with it too. There's some goofy stuff you can use. All right. Let's do this. I should probably swap the order of these two in my items. There we go. We should swap the order of these two in my items too. Slot 2 should be the finger seal, and then slot 1 should be the dagger. There we go. I'm just gonna sequence my buffs in order of duration. So my highest duration thing is my physic flask, because that's several minutes. Then it's this incantation. Well, then it's golden vow, and then it's flame grant me strength in terms of duration. I wouldn't even need to mix them, Emily. I could actually picture doing exactly that. So we're gonna run away here and try to bait out a specific attack. You should do the jump here. There we go. And this should be a stagger. There we go. And then we do a charge dart too, and this will phase transition him. And this gives me time to pop flasks. Yeah, Morgott is Margit's real name, so this is him going all out just this once. And then we just abuse line spell notes to the fight. Shall not be forgiven. Yeah, whatever, Morgott. Go back to sleep. Oh, I can't access the final boss door. Shucks. Look, I helped him take a nap. He's all shriveled up now. Jungle players aren't mentally stable. That's true. I say that as a jungle player. It takes a special sicko to learn different varieties of jungling.
That spurned the only way to become the elder lord. My purpose, so I'd like you to the flame and guide you. Shall I tell them? Share them with me.
Wait, Brad. Well, I guess that's Brad's support, yeah. What if we do for the Seamless Cup Reforged on a region lock right to defeat? Yeah, we could do that. I would need to ask Paper Bag about if he wants to go all bosses, because, I mean, he's never done that, so that would be interesting, I guess. Yeah, kind of, except unless you're a dedicated farming jungler, in which case you refuse to be the scapegoat, and instead you play good old Susan and sit in the jungle for 20 plus minutes, and then come out and start one-shotting people with your Q. So basically you play top lane Nasus, but in the jungle. Really? I never heard them do that, but then of course I tend to mute people, so... Oh, I love when ADCs rag on the person who is using the support specialized item that allows them to have the occasional CS, and then they just don't know that it exists. Where are we sitting at smithing stone-wise, actually? Yeah, we're... Okay, I need a couple more, then. It's so noble sounding. Oh, well, fine. I do love the Gravity Rush soundtrack. It's that game is beautiful. Very weird to play though, but very, very cool. I'd hope it's noble. I have several hundreds of gigabytes of music, so I'd hope so. There's a lot to filter through. I feel that, Glacial. I've never actually finished my... I never finished my rank placements back when I played League. Basically always played just with friends and casuals. Oh, back when you didn't play it way around the capital? Yeah. Capital is a learning curve. Like, honestly, I can't tell you where most of the side street stuff is. I still occasionally get lost if I choose to go to the subterranean underground. I said underground to the sewers. I get lost occasionally on my way to the sewers. Once I'm in the sewers, I know where I am, but sometimes I cannot find that well to save my life. Yeah, the Shining Grounds. Yeah. Where you get to fight good old Sewer Moog. Wait, does League not have promo series anymore? What, is it just a cumulative total ELO value you hit and then you go up a rank? It's not... It's no longer like you have to complete promos? I don't know what like Valo is because I'm allergic to competitive FPSs. Yeah, 100. And then even like your next rank and even next like bracket if you go. Okay. Honestly, it's kind of like let me use a game that I've played that has that type of ranked. It's like Grand Blue, because Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising has that same type of score where you just, as long as you hit a high enough score, you just progress through ranks. Wait, Glacial, you play Zareth? I didn't know you were so based. I could call it all those things, Emily, but I could also call it hell. Because it's by far one of the worst zones in the game. Yeah, I liked Zareth quite a bit, because, like, as with many people, I did main mid at one point in my League time. I really enjoyed specifically, like, Vhagar, Zareth, and then, like, LeBlanc. Also Zed. I played a lot of Zed mid, actually, back in the day. Oh my god. Ooh. Or Lysandra. Lysandra was super fun. Oh my god. People never know how to deal with her. It's so goofy. Only if my mid phase was mostly in leveling up my account, because, like, back when I first started playing, you needed to... The account level cap was 30. And, like, in order to access ranked, you had to hit level 30. So I remember during my initial grind. Also with the old rune system, you kind of needed to rank up to even do stuff with it. I don't remember when they made those changes. Like, the league that I see nowadays is unrecognizable to the league that I knew back in high school. I am Unk. I will legally be called an uncle in, like, 3 months. Actually, I think 2.5 by now. Yeah. Yeah, God, rune pages back in the day were horrendous. I'm very happy that they changed it into basically like a skill tree type thing. Yeah. Yeah, my sister's pretty excited to have her daughter. Okay, now comes the fun part of getting lost. I don't remember where the smithing stone... Like, I don't remember where the stairs are in the ruins here. I think it's towards the edge. There it is. Alright, cool. Now we can upgrade our weapon again. Yeah, by season... season 8 would have been what? Like... 2019? 2018? I think I played a couple games, but I was mostly playing support because there was only like one friend who would play League with me at that point, because everyone else had kind of moved on to other stuff, and she was an ADC main, so I was typically her support. Where I just kept playing my beloved hookers, Blitzcrank and Thresh. Oh, I absolutely love Nautilus, but like, my experience with Nautilus was mostly back when he was considered a jungler rather than a support. Outside of playing the space lane with both Teemo and Not in their astronaut costumes and those skins. Like, my favorite champion is Nautilus. Like, my favorite champs were Nautilus and Thresh. I'm still praying that both of those get added to 2xKO at some point. Actually, now I think about it, yeah, for the brief time the brief few games I got to play of League in later seasons, past Season 6, I think I was playing a lot of support Nautilus now I think about it. I mean, that was kind of the reason why I initially picked up jungling, also because I just didn't like laning that much. Because, like, a lot of my friends were more interested in laning. So I wound up picking up jungling at one point. Also, I watched a lot of... Oh god, this is like ancient League tuber. I don't know if any of you know who Stonewall was, but I watched a lot of Stonewall, and he was a dedicated jungle main. Like, he taught me how to play Jarvan for jungling back in the day. Ooh. Man. Those were the times. Yeah, like, back when I played League, I was watching Stonewall, Foxdrop, and then for, like, meme content-wise, it was, like, I don't know if you know who Seth is, like, Seth Tsanch, or Tsantak is how he says it, but, he originally used to do League of Legends content before becoming what his channel is now. And then, like, it was, like, Kiori and Spazzy as well back in the day, but they have long since stopped doing stuff. Yeah, I probably sound very unk right now. I mean, Foxdrop probably is known, right? Because I think he still works as a commentator for Competitive League. But, yeah. Yeah, because, like, I learned a lot of jungling stuff from watching Stonewall and Foxdrop back in the day. I mean, it's not quite a speed run. We're 2 hours, 50 minutes into, like, the mountaintops. As I checked the time, like, I was, oh yeah, no, this is probably pretty fast for most people. Yeah. See, Glacial, I have the inverse problem. I have so many friends who are ADC mains. Like, one of my friends was like crazy. He loved watching Tyler 1, and he became like a dedicated Draven player back in high school. Holy. And, like, the dude was good. Like, out of my friend group, I think he, at least back when I played League, I think the highest he ended up ranking was low diamond. Like, yeah, this would have been Tyler 1 back in, like, full rage, full screaming, getting banned type era, yeah. This was the Tyler 1 that I didn't like. I mean, he seems to have mellowed out a lot at this point. Like, compared to how he acted back then and how he acts now, like, he's clearly playing up a bit. So, yeah, Elden Ring may have the small dogs in Elden Ring aren't that bad, but dear lord, the big dogs and the big birds are nightmare fuel. Yeah, Tyler 1 is a father. I'm just gonna grab the Site of Grace that's outside of the boss room for Fire Giant, and then go and grab another flask upgrade from the church. And then we're gonna start backtracking to pick up upgrades and get the weapon, like, into a healthy state, because I ideally want, like, minimum plus 18 before I fight Fire Giant. Like, we'll probably do Radon, and then I might go do some underground stuff, because I do have some bosses I need to do underground. I will say, at least that friend of mine who got super into Tyler 1's content, he was for the most part was a pretty chill guy. He also gave me the Razer Naga Hex mouse that I used for a good many years before I basically wore that thing down to nothing. That mouse served me well, and also got me hooked on using mice with, like, insane amounts of side buttons. Nah, he was always a pretty chill dude. I think what helped was that, like, he was on the mellower end of gym bro, because he also was a bit of a gym guy, but that's kind of where we hung out a lot, because I also worked out a fair amount back in high school. But nah, he was never particularly toxic. So they did actually finally implement WASD. I remember that people talking about WASD controls, because like that is a huge meta shift for League and will fundamentally change competitive play. All right, what flask upgrade tier are we at? We're pretty close to maxed out on the flask, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, +9. So let's start backtracking now. We need runes. Do we actually? I have a good amount to spend because I still have a boss soul. Yeah. So let's go back to Table of Lost Grace and see how many upgrades we can get. I'll probably go to Volcano Manor as well. Actually, let's do Volcano Manor now. I should have access to the invitation letter. And my key items. Yeah, or I've already been to Volcano Manor. What am I even saying? Yeah. Yeah, it's Night Rain Room, but it's a lot more enclosed. I tried playing Smite for a bit, because I always enjoyed the mythological references with all the characters. But, I don't know, I never really got into Smite as much. I tried a bunch of different MOBAs back in high school, though. It was like League. I played a bit of Dota, too. I enjoyed playing Broodmother Jungle a fair amount. And then, like, Dawn Trail, which very quickly died. There was a few others that my friends and I all tried out. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the difference between League and Dota when it comes to like just like base game feel is insane. 'Cause like Dota, you have to account like for turn arcs on characters because they don't turn on a fucking dime. Like that shit's like piloting a car at times. It's crazy. Hey, Bloodhound Knight. Goodbye, Bloodhound Knight. I just wanted to grab the claws he was guarding. Yeah, buddy. You finished running around for the night? You want to lay down now? You guys are... Damn, that sucks, Emily. Like, I can't really comment on it because, like, I didn't play much Smite, so I didn't know if, like, newer gods are, like, hard power creeping others. I just remember trying to play Neith because, I mean, I like Egyptian mythology, and, she's hot. That was kind of where it ended for the most part. Man, this music is actually so fitting for Volcano Manor specifically. I don't remember if the old map had elevation stuff. It probably did, considering that's likely a holdover from Warcraft 3, if anything. Because ultimately, League was based off of Dota, which itself was a Warcraft 3 mod. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was in the original map, but I don't remember it being a thing. trying to remember if any funky skill shot stuff happened around River, like around the entrance to River. That was entirely force of habit to grab that Somber Stone. I don't need that. That was actual just muscle memory from all the weapons where I've used all the runs where I've used somber weapons. If you're still well known for mythology, they can secretly pick periods, but a ton of them are just not good even when you play inside. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's classic balance issue with this type of stuff. See, now I just stick to being excited for mythological figures in my gacha games because, you know, there I can complain about meta and about chill stuff more easily and sound heard instead of people laughing at me. Because what if the mythological figure is anime girl in gacha game? Look, I can't deny that I'm exceedingly excited for Typhon Ephemeros to come out. I have heard of Cassante and people who hate him with a passion. Because from what I understand is he like builds defense and then his ult lets him convert all of his defense into damage. And it's like fucked scaling, right? Is that what that's Cassante, right? Who does that? Yeah. We need, I believe, 10. And then I need 9 here. There we go. Alright. I can buy a talisman pouch I skipped. And I think that's it for things I need to pick up from the shop. I can just buy rune arcs, but I need the upgrade. I can work to 80. Oh wait, he does true damage? Oh, that's not okay. Like, the only tank that's allowed to have true damage is Cho'Gath. And that's because AP Cho'Gath is funny. But anyway, back to mythological figures and being waifus. Like, look, I'm insanely excited for Typhon Ephemeros to come out in FGO, even though I know her kit on JP because I play FGO, NA, and JP. And, like, her kit is just decent, but I'm still probably going to spend money on her banner when it comes to NA, like, next year. I'm gonna be real. Alright. It is time to go absolutely annihilate a boss. Wait, oh my god, I totally forgot to grab sleep pots. I need to go do that right now. We need to go here. I totally forgot to get sleep pots. Oh my goodness, it's right here, not there. Yeah, there we go. I remember saying that I forgot to grab these last time. Yeah. M2 Yishinguang with her weapon is fantastic, Glacial. I can say that because I am exactly in that situation, and it is very nice. Oh, Cassante has dashes? Yeah, I mean, if it's a tank building pure tank stuff with good mobility, and then they can convert tank stats into damage, that's pretty gross. Like, most of the stuff I know about Cassante is purely from Sajam talking about League of Legends stuff when he was talking about stuff for the 2xKO roster. I'm not gonna lie. Don't mind the Great Kennethite. His sacrifice will serve me greatly because that man will turn into +1 heal flask. Oh, you got double from a temple? That's super nice. Yeah, I got very lucky with M2 because that was basically 2 multis after M1. All right, I need to go back to Church of Ella here. Church of Ella. I've actually never, in a Hoyo game, I've never pulled 2 copies of the same 5-star from a single multi. I have, however, had that happen in FGO a couple of times. I remember specifically Oberon because that was hilarious. And also fantastic because you want higher NP copies of Oberon in that game. Since he is both, like, the best turn 3 buffer in the game, and then also, for multi-core farming, a fantastic AoE option. We have Lion's Claw on, right? Yeah, Lion's Claw is fine. I'd want either Lion's Claw or Determination here, so either one is good. Let's quickly craft ourselves some sleep pots. Good. It is now time to go cheese a very annoying boss for people. Because I love cheesing bosses. Alright, the boss is now asleep. Alright, cool. The boss is now going to die. Cool boss fight. I love sleep pots. Can I just say, sleep pots are my best friend. Ugh, these things are beautiful. Oh, it's 100% intentional. God skins are actually insanely weak to the sleep status effect. So, you know, use what they're weak to. Like, Godskins are highly susceptible to slash damage, bleed, and sleep. They sleep in a single sleep pot, which is, like, very few other bosses take a single sleep pot to put to sleep. Like, I can bash my head into a wall. I know how to fight Godskin Noble. I've fought them with parries, and I've fought them normally. It's just phase 2, when he does the roly-poly move, I'd really rather be anywhere else except for playing Elden Ring at that moment. Because that roly-poly move has janky hitbox properties and is way too annoying to dodge, especially in that tiny room where ideally you get him stuck on a pillar when he does it. It is horrendous. Assassin's Gambit wore off at the worst time possible, and he was just staring at me. But it all worked out. Oh yeah, I should probably explain what Assassin's Gambit is, because, yeah. This is an Ash of War that straight up makes me harder to see and also removes the sound of my footsteps. So it's basically perfect stealth, and it costs almost no FP and a tiny bit of HP to use. It's insanely broken. It also lasts like 30 seconds. It's very stupid. I do not understand why they think this is reasonable, but you know what? Great. Fantastic. It's like the best Ash of War in the game. They do run by enemies, but this... So normally, to get this level of convenience for running by enemies, it takes a lot more resources. Okay, I need to remember how to get to the specific item I'm looking for. It's back there, isn't it? There we go. Because I need to get the dagger talisman, which is somewhere in this room. It's been a long time since I've picked it up, so I don't remember where it is exactly. I think it's here, though. I believe that's the dagger talisman right there. There we go, yeah. So I need that specifically for the final boss of the DLC, because I'm likely parrying him to death. Since he is very annoying, and I'm going to use air quotes here to say well-designed, and is totally fun to fight with slow weapons. I'm not being sarcastic in the slightest. Yeah, so I just wanted to, thankfully he is parryable, and I do like parryable bosses. That said, it is 3 parries per riposte, so it is quite annoying to actually grind it out, but we do those. I mean, in Dark Souls 3, you can parry like Executor, because... Well, actually, no, I'm thinking a different thing. Like, you're talking the deflect. Actually, wait a second. No, the Executor parry is a thing in Elden Ring, in the DLC. There is a Physic Flask in the DLC that makes it so you can basically perfect block. And it consumes minimal stamina, and negates, like, all damage. But it's specifically in the DLC. Hell, we can probably go for it, honestly. Like, now that I have RKR, I'm like happy to kind of just go for things. Realistically, if I do an NPC questline right now, I could have that within the next 30 to 40 minutes. Probably less than 30 to 40, depending if I can route it clean enough. The big thing is I need to kill Moog. So we need to go... There is a church somewhere around here. We need to go to that church and talk to an NPC. And then that NPC will send us on a quest line. And we need to complete his quest line in order to... Thank you for the Hydra Emily. And the posture check. I don't know if you could hear the cracks, but... There was quite a few cracks on the back. I pre-anticipated the stretch and already began it before you redeemed. Oh wait, that was Glacial who redeemed the stretch. Damn, beat it to the punch. Yeah, we just need to find the church. I'm always really bad at locating it, because I never get the map fragment here. It's like right over here. Oh, you decided against the stretch, damn. Okay. Didn't want to be too predictable, I see. Vare is not here. Oh, it's because I never talked to the two fingers. I forgot. I need to talk to the two fingers first. Elden Ring questline design. First, we have to speak to the two fingers. There we go. Alright, there we go. We beheld the two fingers. Now I can go make my way over to Vare. And he can call me his little lambkin. Which then will make all of the very well-adjusted women squee. As I have learned from experience. The NPC I'm about to talk to, he calls you his little lambkin. This guy right here. Who is not a psychopath in the slightest. Oh, they didn't seem right. Yeah. So... Yes, he actually... It's exactly, Emily. It's... Honestly, it's a really funny line to me, but I know people who enjoyed that line a little bit too much. Anyway, so the Festering Bloody Finger he gives, there's two ways to accomplish the quest that is attached to it. You either invade 3 random people, or they added this later in a patch. You can go over to these ruins right here, which we will make our way over to. Yeah, they added an NPC invasion you can do that counts as 3 invasions for the purpose of this quest. It's also a way to get... It's one of the 2 ways you can get, like, one of the best weapons in the game, the Great Stars. A fantastic Great Hammer. Just absolutely phenomenal weapon. I love it to bits. It has so many good properties to it. That was a pretty smooth line, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Actually, while we're here, I need to go kill an NPC. I'm about to get invaded right now. This is just for the purpose of the Moog fight, because I do not actually know if I will be able to cleanly skip phase 2 of Moog. And then we will proceed to simply spam 1 move, because that is all we need. Like, honestly, that challenge for, like, nuzlocking weapons, I could switch it to only using a single attack on some weapons, and it would probably still work. Because there's some stupid stuff you can do with Ashes of War. Like, fun fact, the Ash of War that you can get from Horalu's boss remembrance, the Ash of War you can stick on any weapon, it has very funny properties with what it can do to Melania, where you can basically stunlock her. I have used it to cheese her very hard. I've done Melania hitless like 3 times. One of the times was using that Ash of War. Here's the summon sign. Do not the Melania? What do you mean? We will do the... I will do Melania in this run. I can promise that. I enjoy the Melania fight a lot. It's like probably my 2nd or 3rd favorite boss in this game. Number 1 being Godfrey. Godfrey is way too much of a Giga Chat to not enjoy that fight. Oh, do not stunlock? Yeah, no, I'll like, I'm not gonna use that Ash of War on her for this run. I'm probably mostly gonna be abusing charged R2s. I know most of Melania's openings, like, by heart. So I'll probably just be killing her with a charged R2 build. Yeah, Magnus is not a particularly strong NPC. Like, he's kind of a joke. And he gave me the great stars. This is a fantastic weapon. If you ever want a good weapon to bonk things with, I can always recommend great stars. It's a great hammer that does bleed. It heals you for like, I believe it's 1% of your HP per hit. So you stick something like Wild Strikes onto it, and you just kind of just face tank stuff. It works beautifully. Anyway, now that we've defeated Magnus, we can go back to Vare. Let's swap the music to something a bit more exciting. Okay. We can do some SMT3 music. Like, I have a pretty good idea of how most of the Remembrance bosses are going to be done. Moog is going to be charged R2s, most likely. It's just easy. He has, like, very consistent openings I can abuse with it. I could stunlock him with Lion's Claw, but I think that's way more boring. And I do like fighting Moog. Anoint me. So now, there's 2 ways to get the Lord of Blood's favor bloodied. You either can go to the belfries here, and if you take the belfry, that sends you all the way to the starting location of the game, like the tutorial area. You can get it there, because that's where your Finger Maiden originally was. However, there is a second Finger Maiden that works for it, who is over here. So I'm just going to make my way over to her. And while we're on the way, I'm going to pick up an incantation that I may or may not choose to use. It's a big faith investment to get to it, but it is a very strong buff. Shabriri Grape Girl? She doesn't count for it because you need the blood of a Finger Maiden. So the Finger Maidens, in this case, are both dead. For this quest line. I'm pretty sure that Hayeta doesn't count, right? Oh, if you kill her, does it work? Oh, interesting. I actually didn't know that. Hey, I have Sauron. Good. That's actually good to find out. That honestly would speed it up in some cases. Because, yeah, I normally go here because there's a there's a flask upgrade, and then also on the way is Shabriri's Woe. Not Shabriri's Woe, Howl of Shabriri, which is very good for buffing, since it's like a 30% damage increase, if I'm correctly, universal. Yeah, true. Yeah, Hellish Shabriri is really strong. The main downside to it is it's kind of a reciprocal case where you also take more damage when you cast it. But if you don't get hit, there's no downside. And if the enemy dies before they even get a chance to hit you, then there you go. I mean, we're gonna do the exact same thing we did to the last NPC to this NPC up here. He's about to come and invade me in any second now. Where are you at, Fingerprint Vike? He's behind me, yeah. We're just gonna quickly grab the stuff, actually. Ad break. Are you fucking kidding me? Damn it. You know what? Let me quickly... I got an idea here. We can do this while you guys are watching the ads. Where is... We can do a duo Trigordle. That's pretty cooked, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, what words have we got? I mean, that's cigar. That cuckoo? No, that won't work. Coven? Yep. We haven't used D yet, right? So we can do lived. Clout. Oh, ads are about to end. Very nice, very nice. Is that Rager? There's no way it's Rager, right? No, okay, it's not. Oh, yeah, so while the ads were going, I decided I didn't want you guys to miss anything, so I just started up a game of Duo Trigordle. This is 32 games of Wordle consecutively. Oh, you have a Blaha, Glacial. Why do I know so many people with Blahas? Oh, is this water? It's not. Ain't no way it's Tater. Ain't no way. Okay, it wasn't. Anyway, we give up. Where were we? Oh yeah, right, back to Vare. mic having issues here. There we go. Yeah, for cuddling, I have my cat, or I do actually have a body pillow I bought. It's just a plain white cover though, because I wanted to try it for sleep. It does work pretty well. Unfortunately, my cat doesn't like when I use it to sleep because he then can't sleep beside me. So, can't use it too often. Yeah, I mostly resorted to using a regular sized pillow. That way he does be able to lay beside me. Did I not? I could have sworn I grabbed the blood of the maiden. Are you kidding me? Did I seriously walk up to her and then just... No, it's because you need to pick up the items off of her and then interact with her again. It is a time... It's just a tragic time loss. Damn, Emily, you're playing it so smooth. You keep risen up Glacial like crazy. There we go. It is now time for the line. I love how he like so daintily puts his hands back after you fall to the ground. It's so funny. I've got my way to provide one to you, but you mustn't use it just yet. You have to wait. So anyway, I went and used it. Right to his face. Perfect disrespect after he fucked my finger up. Alright, before I forget to change my physic flask, I'm gonna quickly go do that. There we are. Our strength is... Actually, strength is at a pretty healthy amount at 41. I believe I can tank off the strength tier, and charged R2 tier will result in more damage, because I'm mostly going to be relying on charged R2s. Ah, welcome back, Glacial. I'm sorry, Emily. You took your shot, but damn. Here we are. Just skip past all the annoying enemies and make our way to Moog. Secret boss. We will hopefully Mog Moog. That said, I am fighting him with a weapon that isn't maxed out. This is not the weakest weapon I fought him with. I have beat him with a +4 somber weapon before, but that was a painful experience. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Wait a second, I forgot to stick Royal Knight's Resolve onto my shoot. Okay, we need to go back. We need to go back. I forgot to change my Ash of War. So do you mean fist or fist weapons only? Because I'm not doing fist only. I'm sorry. I'm not someone like Gino Machino who can go and fight fucking Fire Giant for like 3 hours straight, because that's literally how long that fight will take. This is, I do have limits. I can do shield only. I can do terrible weapons only. I can do fist weapon. I can do bare fist only in like every other Souls game, just not Elden Ring. The HP inflation is way too high in this game. It's like not feasible. This game, like for bare fist only, this is like the worst game to do it out of any game From has made. We are losing a bit of damage here for scaling, but it's fine. Just because Royal Knight's Resolve is going to be a lot. Oh, the fist weapons are phenomenal. Like, if it's fist weapons only, absolutely. I have done fist weapons only before for this game, and I love them. Star Fists, my beloved. Alrighty. Moog time. What's nice about Moog is, even post-cutscene, he still spawns so far away you can freely do your buff routine in the boss arena. So you don't lose any buff duration from walking through the fog wall. That is not a woman in a rock. That is, in fact, Moog's younger brother, whom he wants to marry. Because, you know what? Good for him. Man, I am fumbling specifically the Blood Flame dodges. I can't believe I fumbled the last dodge, which is the only dodge that mattered for getting the punish. Yeah, but the problem is beating Moog with a weaker than normal weapon. Like, my main issue is actually going to be just, I have not fought Moog in a while, so I am very out of practice with this guy. And I don't want to just cheese him with Lion's Claw, even though it would be very easy to do so. Because I do like Moog. We can do a Charge R2 here, and he should go in to get a stagger. Perfect. And then we can get another Charge R2 off before he activates Phase 2. Yeah, because Moog is meant to be a super late-game boss. He's basically built for post-game content. So now we're going into Phase 2. He's going to heal for a huge chunk of his HP. And now he gets the fun trait of a lot of his attacks have Blood Flame trails. so I have to be very careful with how I dodge stuff. We can get a punish here for that. There you go. I can pop a heal here. He's not going to get an attack off fast enough. There we go. And the big issue is the amount of area denial he does in this phase. So I'm just going to try to move to a space where he doesn't have blood flame all over the ground. That was a terribly timed roll on my part. One. That attack isn't great because I really can't do anything when he does that. I'm really hoping for him to do a specific attack, and he just has refused to do it for me. Because that attack is like my best window to do damage to him. Instead he keeps doing this, and I can't hit him when he just does that. Because the Blood Flame Trail, unfortunately, is positioned annoyingly. This is the move. Because he will consistently whiff me. I think I'm very close to a stagger, though, off of those 2 hits. So, if I can get another good charged R2 open... Fuck. I fumbled the roll. Yeah. If I got my weapon to plus 24, I'd probably be fine. The extra levels would be pretty nice. Yeah, it's because he drops really fast, and my brain is just confusing roll timings on different attacks. We'll pop one. We'll do one more try at this because I do want to. I basically need to pop Runarx for this fight, considering how strong he is. But I can. I'll probably just go do Fire Giant afterwards. Oh, this is the... Except I didn't get the correct punish window because I was positioned wrongly. The Blood Flame attack's delayed explosion, like, catches me so badly sometimes. Oh my god. That was terrible. That was an embarrassment, honestly. Moog tragically mogged me. Damn. Yeah, don't worry, Emily. It's quite... I get it. Damn, Nwand, you gotta hit me with that. Crazy. Alright, we're gonna Lion's Claw here, and Heavy. Have a good night. Let's go fight Fire Giant. Or actually, do we fight Radon first? Do we fight the poster boy of Elden Ring? Okay, straight up, if she wants to do that, I'd be totally down for that. It would be a hilarious experience. I have already offered to, like, basically carry her on my back through multiple Souls games. So, one day she'll crumble. Yeah, she needs more time. Like, it's getting used to all that stuff. Yeah, I had Peak on my other monitor while that was going on, and, damn. Some of those were bad. Yeah, I play on controller. I have a dual... I use a PS5 controller to play. look into getting a new controller, because I want to get one with back pedals. Just because I have to claw grip a lot of the time for Souls games because you need to hold down circle to run. Oh, your controller arrived? Nice. Like, I mouse and keyboard a good amount of games. It really depends. When it comes to action games like this, I tend to stick to controller. But, like, I play a good variety. I'm pretty comfortable swapping in with different control schemes as needed. This is a somber one, right? Yeah, somber 5. Yeah, back pedals are something I really need to look into, because simply from games, rebinding circle to a back pedal, or at least having it be a backup, a secondary button binding, would be huge, just to save my hand from cramping up, because, like, I'm still dealing with, I'm still healing from the arthritis I developed last year. So, it has not been easy on my hands playing this for so long. Yeah. Like thumb buttons for mouse, or, alternate buttons on a fight stick. Big desert indeed. And now we proceed to run away. So Moog is going, not Moog, Radon is going to despawn here. And that is going to reset his aggro. And so now he's going to go shoot off. He's going to go try to kill this guy Terrence in the distance. And then whip out his swords. Fighting games, honestly, they're not that expensive to get into controller-wise. In all seriousness, most modern fighting games are designed around you playing on a normal, like, gamepad. Like, arcade sticks or leverless controllers are more for, like, people who like, this is, like, their main genre of choice. I want to be in front of him, so he does a slam attack here. And then, pop, one more time. Oh, I didn't get the stagger. Shoot, it reset. Oh, game prices? Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, if you want a pretty approachable fighting game to get into that has all the DLC characters available for free, I can always recommend you Melty Blood Type Lumina. I love that game. And yeah, all of its DLC is free. There we are. Melty Blood Type Lumina is in fact a Type Moon game. It is the Tsukihime fighting game. Well, actually, it's the second Tsukihime fighting game, because the original Melty Blood and its many re-releases, like the current one being Melty Blood, Actress Again, Current Code, or AACC. Yeah, they're pretty wacky. They're made by French Bread. That's the same studio that makes the Under Night fighting games. Really, you find the controls confusing for Melty? Is it because of like shield mechanics or moon skill stuff? Oh yeah, actually, yeah. I've never tried it with keyboard. Now I think about it, yeah, it might just not be. Might be a jank show with keyboard, because the devs probably didn't make it with that in mind. Yeah. Right. All right, let's get ourselves some more strength. Oh, Mash is great. I'm not happy about so many of the DLC characters being servants, since we already had Saber in the base game, and while I love Ushi Wakamaru, I don't feel like she should have been a DLC character. And I mean, Dantes makes sense because he is canonically the one in the Tsukihime universe. Well, in Fate's parallel universe, he is the one who is responsible for killing Roa. But yeah, Nekork is a phenomenal DLC character, and it's terrifying how much tech she has. A friend and I like spent a night labbing tech, and she has so much under the hood, it's kind of crazy. Like, we just kept doing mirror matches against each other, and it was absolutely whack. All right, so that's for Dawn down. What other bosses could we go do? Talking failure. Well, I mean, to be fair, before domain expansions, Fate already had reality marbles. Or if you go Tsukihime, it had the marble phantasm. I mean, Fate is a lot to jump into. The one nice thing I will say is that because Hinoko Nasu writes like everything in a shared universe, once you've gone through a single Type Moon I property, you will probably have a fairly good time understanding the rest. Oh wait, no, yeah, no, talking about Fate absolutely is like Pepe Sylvia to people who don't know. Yeah. Like, I'm deep in it, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Depends which side of the crazy coin you land on. I wouldn't say it's the most insane smut writing, but yeah, I mean, it was originally an 18 plus VN, so that just was the thing at the time. Gotta get the lineup right for this. No. That's Fate 0. If it has Iskandar, it's Fate 0. Because yeah, Iskandar has only shown up in 0 and FGO. Like, his master was that, like, university-looking kid, Waver, right? Honestly, so here's the thing. If you want to get into Fate, consume anything. Just literally any of them. Don't let people who tell you about Watch Order, like, lead you astray. You can start at any point in the series, and you're totally fine. I'm gonna be completely real with you. Like, you are totally fine to start with anything, because you will end up dealing with jargon that you don't understand no matter which way you start. It is just an inevitable reality you have to accept, and you will gradually assimilate. That's it. Berserker is... Oh yeah, yeah, Lancelot is pretty rad in 0. Yeah, it's not even the community, it's the fucking gatekeepers in the community who tell you to start here, not there, and they're upset at Gigguk for some reason because he gave this confusing ass Watch Order bit as a meme, and then he's now trying to make it more approachable to other people, and they refuse to accept the idea of it being approachable. Yeah, I like Garnt too. I like his stuff, and out of the people who are part of Trash Taste, he's easily the one who actually keeps the most up to date with watching anime. Yeah, no, watch 0 is like a totally reasonable way to start, honestly. The only time it's not okay to, like, start with a specific thing is if it's like directly, like a direct sequel, content-wise, right? Like, you're not going to start Prisma Ilia in the middle of Season 2. Although I wouldn't recommend Prisma Ilia as a starting point either, just because it's Prisma Ilia, and there's nothing else I need to say about that. I just don't recommend Prisma Ilia. Oh, I was a little bit too slow there. Shoot. Okay. This fight might just get gone a lot worse. Oh, we still got it. We're fine. Okay, cool. Like, you act like that's crazy, but I know people who are like that. Who just assume they can consume media any way they would like, and are fine with starting in the middle of something. Because they're used to just, like, more episodic media. I mean, sometimes it is okay to start in the middle of something, or you're crazy like me and you start playing like the Metal Gear games from the 4th game in the series from MGS4, but those are whack. I realized I didn't put on my parrying shield. Oops. We need to quickly... Oop. I realized a mistake. I normally parry this boss. I forgot to equip the parrying Asher War on my shield. We're gonna be fine, though. I just need to move the Zweihander to the other hand. There we go. There we go. We're fine. I'm used to meduing mid-boss fight because I forgot something. Okay, he's doing the phase transition. So this is the crazy move. He's going to be super tired after this. We're fine. Charlotte? Why does that sound familiar? Why does Charlotte sound familiar? That was an unparryable move. I don't know why I tried to parry that. There we are. I accidentally backstepped instead of rolling. I pressed stick neutral dodge button, which is backstep, instead of with the direction. That was my mistake. First anime was One Piece. Damn, what a way to start. Was it the 4Kids dub? My first anime was Naruto. Actually, no, that's technically not true. My first anime that I watched knowing it was an anime was Inuyasha. Then it was Naruto. Yeah, I started with Inuyasha when I was but a wee child. And it was airing on TV. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna treat Pokemon and Beyblade specifically as anime because that was stuff that broadcasted normally on TV. Inuyasha was like in a later night slot, which is where I'm gonna count it. But yeah, then I mean Pokemon technically for like pretty much all of us, right? Because arguably then actually it would have been Digimon for me. Because well actually it would have been Pokemon first, then Digimon, then Inuyasha, then the first series I went out of my way to pirate would have been Naruto Shippuden. Actually, it would have been the original Naruto, because I binge watched everything and then went into Shippuden. Like, for watching One Piece anime, funnily enough, I've only really ever watched the 4Kids dub, and then the rest of my One Piece experience has been just from reading the manga. Which, for a long time, I was up to date. I'm like currently, I think, like 60 chapters behind. Okay, he's doing the big move again. It's so funny how he does this move, and he just, like, runs at you, and you just, like, casually roll, and then he just whiffs. You say you pace yourself better with the manga, but I binged all of One Piece over the course of 1 month, and that was starting... And, like, at that point in the series, it was, like, an arc into post-time skip was where that was at that time. There we go. Now we're back in the rhythm of it. Alright, that's Nile dead. It's also really funny how you get his prosthetic leg, but it's a fist weapon. Like, the veteran's prosthesis is a fist. It's so goofy. I wonder if it still has that stump smell, you know? This is honestly probably the last time I need a shield for a good while. I'm not gonna need a shield until I get to Haligtree, and then for, like, DLC. That's it. Is there anything else worth grabbing fairly quickly? We can do Underground, actually, now that I've beaten Radon. Yeah. Underground's, like, fairly quick to traverse. Since I have Fort Height West. Yeah, I mean, did you also, when you binge Naruto, that was for the anime, right? That you binged, or was it the manga? Did you watch the, like, almost 100 episodes of filler of original series pre-Shippuden? Yeah, okay, if you're skipping the filler stuff, then yeah, honestly, it's pretty fast, yeah. Because original Naruto then's only 100-something episodes. I have watched through the entirety of the filler, like, on 2 separate occasions. I used to love Naruto like crazy. Don't care for Boruto. Never cared for Boruto, though. Well, it went crazy because, like, they basically reached the end of the pre-time skip content, and they're like, okay, we need Masashi Kishimoto to have time to actually get the Shippuden manga like in proper. So we're gonna literally do just double the length of the original anime in just filler after the story is done. Like, that's straight up what happened with the filler. Fun fact, I share a birthday with Masashi Kishimoto. Honestly, most of the filler is not worth watching, but there were some funny moments. That said, if you want non-canon Naruto content that's actually good to watch, I genuinely recommend the movies. They're not bad. I quite enjoy at least the non-Shippuden movies. The Shippuden movies, I've only watched the first two, and they were all right. Honestly, I recommend watching Hunter x Hunter or reading it. It's a good series. Like, Tagashi is a very like capable writer. I mean, he has all this experience with writing Yu Yu Hakusho prior to, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? With writing Yu Yu Hakusho prior to Hunter x Hunter. So like, yeah, I mean, he knows his craft. It's very good shonen. I would honestly recommend watching the anime more than reading the manga, just because with the manga you have the issue of, in its current state, you're stuck with basically a hiatus that seemingly will never end. Whereas the anime like finds a good stopping point. It's also very tragic that Hunter x Hunter is yet another series that is plagued by the indefinite hiatus during boat arc, just like Berserk was for years. If you want to watch a short thing, I have a great anime recommendation. Land of the Lustrous. Phenomenal read. Phenomenal watch. Great series. I need more people to consume Land of the Lustrous. I've no one to talk to about it. Well, then I can definitely recommend the manga for Land of the Lustrous. It's the official English translation, straight up finished like 2 months ago. I should know. My friend bought me the final volume as like a New Year's present. Onimai, why does that sound familiar? I don't think I've watched it, but I've definitely heard of it. Actually, what is Onimai? What's the full title? Maybe I have watched it. I'm trying to remember now. Oh my god. Why? Okay, I need to see the cover art. 1 second. I like actually need to look this up now. It's like there's something in the back of my head. Oh, this series. I did not consume it. No. But I have seen an obscene amount of people posting art of the brother turned sister. Ah, I should have gone the Thunderpot recipe. There's a funny way you can cheese this upcoming boss, where you can kill him in one hit with a Thunderpot. Oh well. Like, I'm willing to believe you on that. I've just seen way too many people horny posting about the brother. / sister. Just gonna run in circles for a second here while I re-equip my stuff. Failed the faith check. Damn. Oh, the vigor check. Yeah. Tragically, I have too much health. So. Honestly, that's fair, yeah. No, it's vigor. Like, if you're talking health, it's vigor. Faith is more for casting incantations. I only have 15 of that. Let's go quickly talk to Ronnie. I need to talk with her to make an item appear while I'm here. I need that item to progress her quest line because there's a remembrance boss tied to it. So I need to do this, unfortunately, despite this being another little side divergence. We're probably gonna just do another remembrance boss and quickly run through another zone, and that'll be it for tonight because it's like 5 a.m. Oh, she's asleep. Okay, the dialogue should be active. Then the item should be available for me to pick up now. If she's already asleep, then we're fine. We just go to Nokron. Actually, we do Mimic here. She do be EP like us. That's for FRFR. So we have a bunch of columns to activate. Yes, I killed the dung beetle. I know. Tragic. I didn't even need the drop, honestly. I don't need somber stones. It's just pure muscle memory. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can do... There is a really finicky thing you can do with the horse here. I've never pulled it off, but I've seen it done like twice. So I'm kind of... Yeah, no, it's like a really precise jump on the slope there. I don't know. I think they might have patched it, honestly, which is why it's no longer doable, but... Yeah. There is another skip I can try to do here, but I'd really rather not, because it's an annoying run back, and there's a chance I just outright die. Yes, please poke her about Path of Radiance, because I actually need to ask her if she wants a Cliff's Notes of how support mechanics work in that game. Since Path of Radiance does supports differently from like every other game in the series. Just so she doesn't worry herself about trying to get supports active when she doesn't need to. No, our Radiant Dawn was pairing. Path of Radiance's supports is, instead of getting support points by doing actions near each other, characters get support points by just being deployed in chapters together. Because the supports in that game are written in a way where they can actually reflect story events occurring due to that. Yeah, the plan for D&D is for it to be once a week. Like, it's just basically going to be one stream. I don't know what the current planned date is. I haven't actually talked too much with anyone in the group about that. And then I still have to roll my stats for my character with Emily later. Alright, time to go grab the stuff needed to fight the ancestor spirit. Man, I can't deny I'm very much looking forward to starting up Berserker Kazan once I finish this run. That game has been on my backlog for like a year. We do got stars underground, yeah. It just be like that sometimes, you know? Them cave rocks just be... They do be like stars. Funnily enough, like if a cave, like real geology talk, if a cave formation had the correct sediment layers, you realistically could get something akin to stars in the ceiling of the cave, but it would, it is a very unlikely geological phenomenon. There we go. That should be the last one, I think. Unless I missed one. I missed one. Shoot. Which one did I miss? Yeah, we just can't have the romance of it, you know? Oh, I think I know which one I missed. Yeah, it's this one right here. There we go. Power gather somewhere. Perfect. True. That said, there is a really cool cave. I forget where it is. One second. Let me quickly look this up. I forget the name of this cave. Han Song Dung, I think it's in the Vietnam. It's in Vietnam. That cave straight up has like a rainforest with unique life that can't be found anywhere else in it. It's absolutely colossal, like spanning many kilometers. Very cool cave. Yeah, there's this Turkish YouTube documentary maker. He made a video like going through the cave. It was so cool to see. Oh dear. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, beating this thing up is kind of cathartic for the sheer amount of times I've had deer vandalize my property living out in the Canadian prairies. I was hoping to not have it do the heal. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say screw it to the deer. We're gonna kill him properly. I'm going to utterly annihilate this deer. I have an Ash of War that is specifically meant to fight enemies like this deer. So we're gonna do it. Good old Sacred Blade. And we're even gonna do holy damage here. Change the Physic Flask, so that way we are Faith and Strength. Perfect. Okay, let's do it. Now, the only thing that sucks is I did not grab the, I forget the name of the sword. The Golden Epitaph. Because that sword gives you an insane undead damage bonus. And this deer is treated as undead. It's not necessary, but I kind of want to just do it, you know? The deer had the audacity to heal in my presence. And that is simply unacceptable. And thus the punishment is death. Okay, 1, 2, 3, boom. There we go. Necessary. Honestly, the damage output per hit wasn't that much better, just because of my build being more strength oriented, but damn, that was fun. Sacred Blade will be seeing like one more use because I will use it on one of the DLC bosses, due to that boss also being an undead enemy that's insanely weak to holy damage. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight. I'll probably do gargoyles next, and then we can do Fia's Champions. Just kind of do a whole bunch of prep work. Probably kill Fire Giant, honestly, next stream too. And then once I get to Malekith, I'm not going to beat Malekith, but I'm going to get the final Smithing Stone Bell Bearing to fully upgrade my Zweihander. We'll go fight Moog, and then I can start the DLC up a little bit. But yeah, that'll be it for me for tonight, because yeah, an ad is going to start in like 2 minutes, so I'd rather spare y'all the final ad run for just a brief few minutes extra of stream. Yeah, time to try sleeping. Yeah, have a good night then. Hope you have fun playing Metaphor Nawanda, and yeah, I hope you can get some sleep, Glacial. God, this end screen's actually a little bit too bright. I might need to tweak this with filters. Holy fuck. I did not expect this image to be that bright. Anyway, good night.